Most people believe success is about motivation. They wait for the right mood, a burst of energy, or a spark of inspiration to take action. But here's the truth. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. If you rely on motivation, you'll fail the moment it fades. But if you build discipline, you'll succeed regardless of how you feel. In this video, I'll break down the key differences between motivation and discipline, why motivation is unreliable, and how to rewire your mind to become discipline driven. Let's get straight into it. Motivation feels great in the moment. It's the rush of energy you get when you set a new goal, watch an inspiring video, or get hyped up about a challenge. But just like a sugar rush, it doesn't last. Think about it. How many times have you felt highly motivated to do something, but then a few days later, it goes away? That's because motivation is built on emotion, and emotions change constantly. One day you feel unstoppable, and the next you don't even want to get out of bed. If your success depends on how motivated you feel, then you'll never be consistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is not emotional. It's a system. It's a set of habits and commitments that don't depend on how you feel that day. Motivation says, I'll go to the gym if I feel like it. Discipline says, I'll go to the gym regardless of how I feel. And this is the difference between people who achieve long-term success and those who start strong but never finish. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. The first few times you push yourself when you're not in the mood, it's uncomfortable. But over time, it becomes second nature. Just like you wouldn't expect to build muscle after one workout, you can't build discipline overnight. It's about small, consistent actions repeated every day. The goal isn't to just feel like it, it's to do it regardless. That's when discipline takes over. Let's look at two different types of people: the disciplined person and the motivated person. A motivated person starts strong, but fades when things get hard. A disciplined person keeps on going even when the motivation is gone. And success is a long-term endeavor. If you want to be rich, if you want to build a good body, if you want to change your life, it's not something that will happen overnight. It's something that you have to chip away at every single day, because changing who you are and upgrading yourself is not one big decision. It's thousands, millions of small ones. Think about elite athletes. Do you think they're motivated to train all the time? No, but they show up anyway. And that's the point I'm trying to make. They show up regardless of how they feel. Your emotions will tell you not to do it, but you have to tell your brain to do it anyway. And this is why these successful people win. The same logic applies to business, fitness, and personal growth. Whenever I don't want to work or record a video, I do it anyway. Whenever I don't want to go to MMA and train for a fight or go to the gym, I do it anyway, irregardless of how I'm feeling that day, because I know it'll benefit me. Success comes from doing the work on the hard days, not just the easy ones. Depending on motivation is a fucking trap. When you rely on it, you develop a start-stop pattern. You start something when you're super excited, but you stop it the moment the motivation fades. You restart when you feel inspired again, but progress resets each and every time you repeat this cycle. This is what kills long-term success. And if this behavior sounds like something that you do often, then you need to make a change, because winners don't operate like this. They rely on systems, habits, and routine. That's what keeps them ahead. Let's talk about emotion, because motivation is tied directly to how you feel. When you're excited, you take action. When you're tired, stressed, or discouraged, you stop. And this is exactly why most people fail to be consistent. They simply let their emotions decide their actions. And I get it, because we're all human. I feel the same emotions that you do. But the difference between me and you is I don't let them affect what I do for the day, because emotions are temporary. They're ever changing, but success is built on permanent habits. Therefore, discipline is about separating action and emotion. You don't feel like working? Well, too fucking bad. You're still gonna show up and do it anyway. You're tired? Well, adjust, but don't quit. That's the mindset shift that makes winners unstoppable. So how do you stop relying on motivation and become discipline driven? Detach from emotion. Stop asking yourself if you feel like doing it, and just do it anyway. Build a system. Set daily non-negotiables that you follow no matter what. For me, it's working out, editing, reading, working on my business, and journaling. And embrace discomfort. The moment you stop looking for easy and start embracing the journey, your life will change, because your success depends on what you do on the hard days. That's what separates the disciplined from the average. And you must remember that your competition is always outworking you. If you choose not to show up any day, think that someone else is. Someone else is out there putting in the work, building their life, the life that you want to live. But you're sitting here, scrolling and wasting time. Why? Because you don't feel like it? Well, that's not a good enough excuse, and I want you to make a change. Here's the truth. Motivation won't get you to your goals, but discipline will. Motivation is amazing. It sparks us with enthusiasm and excitement, and it makes us envision all the best possibilities and outcomes. However, it doesn't last, because soon we become face to face with reality, with the harsh truth that it's not as easy as we thought. So we realized that we might have to actually put in some work here. And as soon as we realized that fact, the motivation is gone. The people who win don't wait until they feel like it. They commit, they show up, and they execute every single day. And the ones who are struggling are the ones who rely on motivation, only taking action when it's convenient for them. Starting today, stop relying on motivation. Start building discipline. Decide from now on that your actions are non-negotiable. And I'm not saying that this will be easy, but that's the fucking point. If you tell yourself to do something, then do it. Or else you your own trust. If you can't even trust your own self, then you are bound to fail. Instead of thinking about the consequences of not taking action, count down from 3 and then just do it. Because once you start, it's harder to stop than to continue moving forward. Since you made it to the end of this video, I want to give you something. I've built a community full of people just like you, focused, hungry, and working to be the best of themselves. And if you got anything out of this video, then please drop a like and subscribe, because it tells me that you guys enjoy the content I create, which helps me ultimately do more. And share this with someone who needs to hear it, because we don't need more motivated people in this world, we need disciplined ones. I'll see you next time. Peace.